Well, you know exactly what I don't want to have happen. I don't want my ladle to fall off of my table. So I'm going to. Now, one of you, now look, you people. I said you people. Mute. Now, that's not my fault. That's one of the two in the green room that are trying to sabotage me. They didn't mute. Who is it? D, I hear you laughing. Was it you or the other one?
It was me.
Oh, the other one. The other one is being quiet. Okay.
No, I forgot.
D, how you are a consummate. Is it consummate or consomme? Consomme is a soup. You are a constipate. No, what is it? What's the word? What is the word I'm trying to think of? Well, whatever it is.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do. You're such a professional, and I'll bring your faces on in a minute. We're just playing. D and I go back and forth. Consummate. What is the word? Oh, that's it right there. Yes, consummate. CONSUMMATE. That's right. D, that's what you are.
I'm a consummate?
It means that you are fantastic at what you do.
Oh, well, thank you.
I think. Isn't that what consummate means?
Well, I hope so, because that would be the first time I got a compliment from Scott.
That is not true. I hoarded all of your ginger snaps.
Oh, I know you did.
Consummate. Consummate. Let's bring them in. Don't lick your lips. Oh, just one M. Okay, Ellen. But it means, oh, let me go get these two. Where are they? There they are. Here you go. You're going to see a couple of other.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm going to show you just a couple of faces here. And so I guess what I'll do is to say, oh, ridiculous. I'm so glad I went on early. There they are. Okay.
There we are.
Let us all sing together our opening theme song. Here we go. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
The shampoo that glorifies your hair.
Notice how I didn't
I'm
sing.
sorry. I'm not familiar with that tune.
Well, then.
You use G, your hair is terrific, don't you, D?
You should subscribe. You should subscribe to the Old Curiosity Shop. Welcome. We're going to have a live sale tonight, and I would like to thank in advance the lovely D from The Thrill of the Thrift and the consummate Jeffrey from whatever it is you're from.
Massachusetts.
Hello.
Hello.
And I'd like to thank Dee tonight, who's going to be handling the stops and the starts and the this and the that for the first hour. And then she'll go to bed, put her curlers in. And then Jeffrey will come on, and for the second hour from 9 until 10, he'll be in charge. And I appreciate you both. Jeffrey, that sweater color is lovely. And Dee,
I know, isn't it awesome?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Love that color.
Felt a little bit Thanksgiving-ish.
If
that's even a word.
If you'll both give me just a moment, I'll be getting ready to get started, and we'll say goodbye to Jeffrey, but then we'll bring him back at 9 o'clock. In the meantime, welcome everyone. We have 208 folks here with me tonight, and this reminds me to tell you. This reminds me to tell you, I was working on some emails this afternoon. I'm trying to get myself caught up on that and do it right. And someone wrote and said, just told me a little bit about themselves. They hadn't bought anything, but they watch and they enjoy, and they just shared a little bit of personal information about themselves. And I just wanted to thank, I'm not really telling you specifically who it was. What I'm trying to say is, this is not a private club. It's not a private chat. We love meeting folks, and you don't have to buy anything. If you're sitting there and you think, I'd kind of like to chat with some folks and maybe see what it's like, you just jump in that chat. We'll say hello to you. We'll ask you where you're from. We'll ask you your social security number and your bank account. No, I'm sorry. No. We'll ask you what you collect. I think we lost Dee there for a moment. Hopefully Dee has disappeared. I didn't push any, but let me go get her. What did she do? Say, I called her consummate. Harry, somebody says, how do we bid? Can you, let me go find Dee, bring her back in there. Girl, what'd you do?
I left on purpose because I kept freezing and it was saying something about the internet.
Oh, okay.
So I just figured if I left and came back, maybe it would get better.
Okay. All right. Well, I was in the middle of welcoming everybody, and I see a question. So I'm gonna finish telling everybody that we would love to know who you are, where you're from. We won't ask your social security number. I was kidding. And you don't have to buy anything. Tell us what you collect and give us a chance to say hi to you. Dee and Jeffrey, would you allow me to ask you to do something for me, if I may? A person in the chat asked, how do we bid? Could I turn it over to one of you to sort of take the lead there? Dee, you've been doing live sales longer than I have.
Absolutely. Yeah. So as far as purchasing, Scott does a variety of flat priced items and offer up items. Offer up items are more of like auction. Okay. So he'll give you a starting price, and you would bid until you don't want to bid anymore, and then you would just type out. The highest bid, once the countdown is finished, will be the person that will win that item. Flat priced items are just that. He will show you the item. He will tell you how much the item is, and then he will give you a number. Whoever enters the number for that item first that we see on our end will be the person that will win that item. How's that?
Great. All we need to do next time is add a little choreography.
Heck yeah. I could do a song.
Let me go get my tap dancing shoes.
Thank you. That was great. Now, I'll tell you this. If you are new to this, whatever the final price is, shipping is not included. That's extra, but I use Pirate Ship, which researches the cheapest price. And a lot of times, most of the time, that's not priority. And it can take up to 5 days after I ship it for it to arrive to you. And so, but if you win something, I will need you to send your information, and it's helpful if you're brand new. You don't have to pre-register. In fact, I prefer that folks don't, because I just prefer that you don't. You don't have to pre-register. Not with me. It's fine. But if you're new and you win something tonight, it's helpful if tonight you send your information so that during the 5-minute intermission at 9 o'clock, I can check my email if you won something in the first hour. And just make sure that you got a hold of me, I can get a hold of you, and then tomorrow morning I can send out the invoices, and we won't have any problems. Because sometimes if you're new, you might forget to give me your PayPal email address or your shipping address.
Let's tell them what they need to send you.
They need to send me their.
Put it in the chat too.
Okay.
They need to send their full name and mailing address. And please don't forget to send your PayPal email address. A lot of folks don't do that, and they may be writing from Hotmail, but their PayPal account might be registered with Gmail. Well, I can't get you, right? So I need your PayPal email email address. Now, if you don't have PayPal, let me know. Please let me know. I can still invoice you, and you can check out as a special guest. And you just pay from home using whatever card that you'd like to use. So that should cover it. If you're a first timer, if you have additional questions, then keep your eye on the chat. And I always want to thank my helpers in the chat. The old timers that have been here for a long time help out, and they'll jump in and answer questions. Remember, I'm not ignoring you. It's just not really easy for me to do a lot of chatting during the sale. You know, the way an auctioneer can't really do a whole lot of chatting. It's not that I don't want to, but it's hard for me to see the comments, and I can't really answer a lot of questions. But if there's something of importance, you know, like, hey, does that thing have any chips? Then Dee and Jeffrey will interrupt me and say, hey, Scooty, answer the question, right? Okay. Now, shall we have a sale?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm going to hide those two folks, but we'll keep the voice. And Jeffrey, we'll see you in an hour.
Bye, guys.
We will keep the voice. We'll keep the voice of Dee. It is 8:09, and if there are no questions, you lurk from time to time. Mark, you lurk all you want. You lurk all you want. All right, let's get started with this business. And why not start right here in front of me? And Dee, we're going to start out at $15. Dee's going to type in that we're starting at 15. And we've got 8 plates. You get 8 of them. And they are 8 inches in diameter. The stickers are off of the backs, but I've seen these before. It doesn't look like I sprayed Windex on there and didn't wipe it off. Yeah, that's the luster pattern. That's the way these were made. And I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. Somebody's going to tell me. You can find cups and saucers. By the way, no chips or cracks on any of these. And they don't have horrible utensil scratches. These were made, I believe, in Japan after the war and 1960s, probably into the 70s. And I simply can't remember whether it's Unkago or who, but you can get cups and saucers and berry bowls. And a lot of you probably already know that you can find more in this particular pattern. So it's gold, it's pottery. Well, it's almost, the light almost shines through it. So it might even be a pretty, well, I think it's almost porcelain. The light does shine through it. No chips or damage or cracks on them. And there's all 8 of them. You see that? So a good dessert set. We started at $15, and we're going to go ahead and count these plates down. Now, if you're new to this, you cannot wait. Well, you can, but you won't win. It's not like eBay where in the last second you can place a bid. Most of you are going to have a 8 to 9 to 10 second lag. And so as I count down 10 and I go down, you might want to put that bid in early if you see something that you really want, because I don't want you to lose anything. Right? Here we go. Counting it down. The highest bid, I think, is D. Are we at 15 on the
15, Scott?
Okay. 15 on the 8 Christmas plates. 10, 9, 8, don't drop them, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Dee is now going to look, and she is going to tell us who the winner is based on what she sees on her screen. And remember, if you're new, it might not be what you see because everybody has a difference in lag. All right, girl. How's Binks tonight?
Oh, he's fine. It's Lori Perry for 15. Patsy was just under the sold.
Lori Perry at 15 gets the Christmas plates. Thank you, Lori. Next up, I would like to. We're not everything tonight is Christmas. We've got some Christmas, but there are other things spread out here tonight as well. Why don't we do the uranium 4-part serving? We're going to start at $10 on this. This does have uranium in it, and it will glow under a black light. Not all green glass does from the Depression era, but many pieces do. It's not chipped or cracked. It's a nice little 4-part divided piece of glass from the Depression era, and it measures, that's about 6 or 7 inches across. It's 7 inches across. And as I said, this is a pretty green. You can see that it's actually glowing now underneath the lights that we have down here in the 1930s living room. Yeah, there's old FDR looking at us from over there. He's always keeping his eye on us. So this thing, I don't know if we've got any questions on it. Dates
We have a high bid of $15 so far from Jody Davis.
Right. From about 1930 or so. It is a 4-part glass serving dish, which would be perfect on your Christmas table. 10, counting it down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now you'll notice, maybe, I move pretty quickly most of the time. And so you see something you like, get that bid in there. I try to keep it.
And that's going to go to Kathleen Workman for $20.
Thank you, Kathleen Workman. All right, Kathleen, I appreciate that. Let's do, I'm going way out of, let's do the EAPG picture. Look at this thing. Oh, it is heavy and it is beautiful. It is not cut, although sometimes some glass was pressed and then they did some cutting, and I'm a little confused. I'm really good usually at telling whether it's pressed or cut. I think, and this is so heavy, I think this was, I'm sure that it was pressed, but they might have cut these pinwheels in here. And it doesn't have any damage. It's very heavy, and it is a beautiful pitcher. How much can you get in there? Oh, I don't know. At least 20 ounces. Well, I shouldn't say 20 ounces. At least 8 and 8 is 16. What's 3 times 8? You can get a lot in
24. There. Is this a flat price or an offer up, sir?
We start at $16. $16 is the opening asking price on the EAPG, which stands for Early American Pressed or Pattern Glass. That goes back to the Titanic era. Can you see that filled with water, ice water on the table in 1912? There were hundreds of makers of glass like this. The handle is plied, and it's not chipped or cracked. And when I find really pretty pieces of both pressed and cut glass, I try to buy them. I know so much of it winds up smashed or broken. A lot of folks, not you guys, because you're like me, we love our clear glass, but it seems to be overlooked quite a bit.
We have a high offer of $18 so far.
All right. Oh, by the way, the lovely pitcher stands, should have measured that in advance. It stands 10 inches tall. Okay. Put your iced tea in that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, it's heavy. I love those pictures. Do you not?
It's going to Herminia Gonzalez for $21.
Hello, Minnie. And thank you so much, Minnie. I appreciate that. Ram candlesticks. Ooh! Before anybody bids, let me tell you what the damage is. I always like to do that. I don't want anybody placing any bids until I tell you what's wrong. One of the candlesticks, no problems. That's that one. This one, as will happen, they didn't blow it out. That's my furnace that just came on. I'll have to, if that's too loud and annoying, I will run upstairs and turn that off. Did you guys hear that? Did it sound like a helicopter landed?
It's not bad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just sounds like an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right next to the furnace, and I'm not sure why it came on. It shouldn't have. So what happened is the candle burnt down, and the bowl cracked right there. And you'll see this a lot on non-tempered glass candlesticks from that era. So the little crack is right here. It's sound. It's sure. It's not. You can still. Oh, still. Pardon me. You can still stick a candle in there, and you'll be all right. But I wanted to let you know. Now that you know the damage, let's talk about how pretty they are and the price of these. I didn't tell you because I wanted to tell you what was $15. I'm asking $15 to begin, and they stand 6 inches tall. Let's take a look. Look at the beautiful etch on the bottom. Let me move my. Can you see the etching there? Look at that.
Those are beautiful.
Oh, D, and they're gilded. And look over here. This reminds me of the June pattern, but I don't think it is. Look at the ribbon. And the etching over there. And as we go up this reeded column, we have ram's heads at the top. Look at see the ram's heads. And more gold. Now on one of them, the gold was almost completely gone, and I redid it. The color is just a slightly different. One is a little bit darker than the other one. I couldn't match it exactly, but when the candlesticks are on the table, they're not sitting right next to each other. They're sitting apart, and something's in the middle, and ain't nobody gonna notice if there's a slight just a tiny variation in that color. Not much. And we're looking at it under bright light. So these candlesticks, if there are no questions, D, you can always shout out what the high bid is. You're perfectly welcome to do that. So if you'd like to, you don't have to, but.
There's no offers as of yet, Scott.
Okay, well, we're going to put them down. Well, I'll count them down anyway, 10. I forget. Did we tell you how much they were?
Yes, 15 to start.
Okay, and there are no bids?
No.
Then we will come back later. We will bring them back at the end of the night. We'll bring them back.
We just got an offer. We just got an offer of 15 M. Rodriguez, and now we have CC at 16.
Counting it down. 10. I'll let you see it again. Get those bids in early. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right. Now, let's do these.
I see Alyssa RN at 17.
Let me see now.
The other two bids were underneath the sold.
Alyssa the RN. Lisa the RN. Lisa. All right.
Okay, so they're saying that I'm way ahead of everyone else, but I'm watching you count down on my phone, which is on StreamYard. So that's what I'm going by.
Right. D and I are in 2 different states, and D is accounting for the lag. All I can tell you is, if you are waiting till the very last second to place the bid, there's nothing that we can do. If you see something that you like, you're going to want to place that bid. Just get it in there. But a lot of you have this lag, and so I warn you that I'm going to count it down, and then I count down to 10. So that's the only advice I have. Also, make sure you're in live chat and hit refresh. I don't monetize my auctions. I could, but I don't. So you don't get commercials. Yeah. So all you need to do is just refresh. And then if you see something, get your bid in there. There's nothing shady going on. D and I have been doing this for a long time. Right, D?
Yeah, unfortunately, the lag stinks, but there's nothing that we can do about it.
There's nothing I can do about it. And it's different. All right, so I've got two candles that have never come out of their package. They stand 10 inches tall. We start at $5. They're made in Hong Kong, which puts them back a while. There's no barcode on this, so I think that also helps date them. We're going to ask $5. Look, originally they were $1.99. $1.99. And I guess they're, what do you call them? Taper candles, I guess. It says Christmas candle. They're still in their packaging. Isn't that cute? Look at the little snowmen down there. And then just back here, it says 10-inch Christmas candles still in there. Is it cellophane? I don't know if they call it cellophane anymore. That's what we used to call it.
We have a high offer of $7.
Thanks, Dee. It's that cellophane-y type. So when were things made in Hong Kong? In the 70s? You know, back when we got all that stuff from Japan. And this is pre-barcode because they put that little sticker on there. All right.
$2.
Here comes the warning, which means here comes the countdown. I'll try to give a warning about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of the countdown, and then we count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the Santa Claus, snowman, candlesticks. That ain't no Santa Claus. Those are cute.
Okay, it looks like they're going to go to Cat Givens for $17.
Cat.
It's all one word, Cat Givens.
Cat Givens. Thank you, Cat. Thank you, everyone who placed bids on that. I appreciate that. Next up, I have got for you, oh my goodness, a beauty. And I think it's got one tiny flea bite on its shoulder.
Okay, people, please listen to me. There is a lag. Everyone's internet is different speeds. Some people will see my sold come up before he gets to 1, and some people will not. I am putting my sold in as soon as he gets to 1. There is nothing that I can do regarding that. Please trust me. We are not, you know, being funny or anything.
No. Okay. So those for those of you who are really familiar, just help us out. I'm not sure. Well, thanks, Dee. Dee's doing a great job. Dee, I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Oh, no worries. I'm trying to let them know that, you know.
So so just again, what you see is not going to be what Dee sees. So all I can tell, well, is just, you know, if you see something you really want, place your bid. There can't be, I can't imagine that there's more than a 20-second lag, but
they're saying that there's 10-second lag, but that's not for everyone. That's
right.
See, that's the whole thing.
A 10-second lag is normal. That's why we count down 10, and that's why I'm giving you the warning. Here comes the countdown. That's really, there's isn't anything else I can do about it. But I've got a beautiful cut to clear vase for you, and I wish I had a tea light candle down inside of there. Look at that, Dee. Beautiful ruby cut to clear, probably Bohemian, Czechoslovakian.
Are we is this an offer up, Scott?
It is. And we go, where do we go? We go, here's, hold on everybody. Gimme. Let me find you. Red cut to clear, $12. $12.
Starts at $12, everyone. People are putting bids in already before I put in the start.
But I didn't tell them how much we.
I know. I guess they're excited.
This is a funny night. I think some of y'all got into the Christmas eggnog a little early. Now, somebody's going to ask me. I'm drinking Wawa iced tea. And I've got the jug right over there in the refrigerator. I'm just playing. Oh, my word. All right. So now I'm all befuddled and betwixt in between.
Well, let me tell you that the high offer right now is $22.
All right. I knew this was going to be a weird night.
Is it a full moon or what?
It must be. It's a strange night. We love you in the audience. If you weren't here, we wouldn't. Boy, I bet Jeffrey Reed is saying, boy, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm afraid to come on at 9 o'clock. They might come up to Massachusetts and at least Dee can get into Canada really quickly if she needs
to. 10 minutes.
What? Okay. Oh my gosh, I've lost my place. $12 is
Harry Fern. No, you do not need to email before you bid as long as you send your information after the sale.
right. Okay. I did stick a little flickering battery candle down in there, and this was just beautiful. Can you imagine on the center of your table? It really is a pretty piece of glass, and it's just got that one little flea bite up at the top. So we'll count this down.
How tall it is. How tall is it?
How tall am I? It is 9 inches tall. It's 9 inches tall. Woo! It's 9 inches tall. I'm sorry, I should have told you that. Okay. Harry is asking another question about PayPal. So
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Harry, you can still pay through PayPal as a guest, even if you don't have a PayPal account.
Yep. And you just have to write to me and we'll make sure we got you. All right.
We have a high offer of $33.
Warning. I feel like the robot on Lost in Space. Warning.
Danger.
Warning. 10, 9, 8, 7. This is a pretty thing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now let me look at my. Yeah, I'm looking at my computer and I did 3, 2, 1. And about 2 seconds after I said 3, 2, 1, I see the sold.
And it's going to Kathleen Workman for $37.
Thank you, Kathleen. And thank you, everyone who placed bids. Kathleen Workman for 32.
37.
All right. What time is it? Thank you, Kathleen. Stop laughing at me, Dee. I'm going to make another meme out of you.
No, that one's bad enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I have a feeling if Dee and I had actually been brothers and sisters, we would have been fighting we would have been a mess, Dee.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Can you see the two of us in church with with an old granny sitting? They'd have to separate us.
Absolutely. She's touching me. Stop touching me.
She's looking at me wrong. All right. I'm not sure.
Okay, they're asking me to check to see who won again. And on my end, it is Kathleen Workman for $37. Kat Givens was second to put in 37. Kathleen Workman put 37 in first.
Okay. All right, Dee, thank you.
No problemo.
Now, you know, there are a couple of things that I can't resist in this world. One is a mayonnaise set, and the other one is a cheese and cracker. Now, this cheese and cracker set, woo, we're going to start at 15.
Justine, I'm sorry, Scott. Justine did not have 38 in. She came in under the sold. On my, what I see is her under my sold. It goes by what I see on my end. I am in live chat. All messages, live chat. This is not my first rodeo, friends.
Yeah. Look, folks, I'm going to have to jump in here. Dee, you're doing fine. We're going to keep it going because I don't mean to sound flippant or to dismiss folks if they don't understand, but I have to keep it rolling. And, you know, I don't want you to get frustrated and leave. Come again. Watch some other live sales. This is a normal. Dee, are you ever gonna? I'm gonna have to pay you.
I don't listen. I can trust me. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm good.
I know you do. There you go. Thank you, Karen. Everybody pat Dee on the back. We're going to keep going. Cheese and crackers.
Is this an offer up, Scott?
No.
Okay,
no.
It's a flat price. All right.
We start at $15. It's a cheese and cracker set. It's made of glass. These were popular in the 1920s and 30s. The plate across the bottom measures 9 inches. And it's glass with a beautiful silver overlay. Now, if you're not familiar with cheese and cracker sets, this was a popular gift item. People flipped over these back in the Depression era. Most of the time, the compote that holds the cheese is separate. Now, look, this is when you place a bid. If you want it, put your bid in.
Okay, well, originally you said, I asked if it was an offer up and you said no. So it is an offer up, and it's starting at 15.
They're all offer ups.
Okay, because when I asked you, you said no.
I'm sorry.
No. That's okay.
Okay. Everything from now on is an offer up.
Okay.
Okay. And you can tell us. I see Sandra Garcia right now has the high bid of 30. I'm just looking at my screen.
Actually, it's 50.
Yeah, 50. I'm sorry. The silver overlay is beautiful. I polished it. It's not coming off. I'm not sure what those flowers are, but oh my gosh, I have to stand up because this is such a pretty one. And I love the fact that the glass compote that holds the cheese is connected to the platter. Look at that. What kind of flower is it? I'm not sure.
That's beautiful. Is that done by Silver City?
Yes, it's got the sterling mark somewhere on it.
Mm-hmm.
They always put sterling on there. Let me see if I can try to find it. Well, you have to just, it's such a pretty piece. I couldn't resist it. I had to bring this to the live sale tonight. So we're going to go ahead and count it. Yeah, Poppy, I think that's right. We'll count this beautiful piece down. And are you ready? Here we go. Here comes the warning. And here comes the countdown. All right, here we go. So 10. Let me sit down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Yeah, D sold came in right on time.
And I see Kathleen Workman for $62.
I do too. Let me just hit refresh live chat, top chat. Yeah, I do too. As I back up, I'm not double checking you, but I just want to make sure people aren't giving you a hard time, D.
I know, that's okay. I can take it. I'm from New York.
Yeah. I saw the stop appear 2 seconds after I said 3, 2, 1, and I see Kathleen Workman at 62 just before the sold, and I see then Sandra Garcia came in after the sold. All right. Okay, thank you. So now let me write this down, and I've already forgotten. Let me find it. I'm a little out of sorts. Is Kathleen Workman?
Kathleen Workman?
Yes.
And she got it for 62.
Okay. Kathleen, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to keep, you know what I love about this is the cheese compote is never going to be divorced from the plate unless Kathleen whacks it against the kitchen sink, and she's not going to do that. She's not going to do that. Kathleen is not going to do that. All right, I've got now 2 salt and pepper shakers. We're going to start at $10 on these. Aren't they cute? They are Napco. Napco, and they've got the little stoppers and the little stickers on the bottom. So these are after the Second World War. These are going to be into the 60s and the 70s, that kind of thing, made in Japan. And they are not cold painted. It appears as though all the red is under the glaze. Oh, Kathleen says, what? I wasn't paying attention. We said that the cheese and cracker set will stay complete unless Kathleen whacks it up against her kitchen sink. And I said, not going to do that. Okay. The Christmas salt and pepper shakers by, I started to say Norelco. What is it? Napco?
Napco. Norelco.
I need to take a Napco. I need to get in my bed and take a long Napco. Anyway, aren't they cute? Santas, they are salt and pepper shakers, and it says salt on one side and pepper on the other. We started out at...
We have Kat Givens at 10.
All right, Kat, that's the opening bid, and we're not going to delay. There's no chips or cracks, and the red paint is in excellent condition, so we'll count them down. Here comes the warning. The only way I know to do this is to sort of do that. So here comes the countdown. Ready? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the Santa shakers. Oh, mercy me.
Going to Back in the Day finds for $16.
Santa shakers. Back in the... Hey, back in the day. Thank you. They're coming to you. Free shipping. And I'm going to throw in something fun because you did a favor for me. And I appreciate it. You extended some kindness to me, and because I screwed up and you repackaged something and you did the label and they got to where they were supposed to get, those plates. Thank you. We mess up, right?
It happens. I did that too.
The Northwood Bowl. No, we're not ready to do that yet. All right. I know I was going to wait. No, let's wait. The two Hocking vases, $8. You get both of them. This is an offer up. We're starting at $8 on 2 Hocking vases, and you get both of them, and they are in the Royal Ruby Red. That one is a little bit lighter in color than this one. This one sometimes has beads and things painted on it, but you'll see there that they both have that little ruffled top. They're just beautiful red, classic, 1940s and 50s. It was in the late 30s that Hocking came out with this red. They didn't have to use any gold in it, so it made it very reasonable for them to produce these vases. The large one in ruby red, which is a little darker than the smaller one, that stands 9 inches tall. You'll get variations in color. These were made for many years. The little one, like a rose bowl, that's what, 5.5 inches tall. So from the 30s into the, I don't know, I imagine they were still making these in the 60s.
I love Anchor Hocking's ruby red and forest green.
I'm telling you what, and I've got a ton of Hocking ruby red and forest green coming up. Maybe in the next sale for the dinner table. Plates and cups and saucers and the boopy glasses and all of that. So we're going to have all of that. But right now, the 2 vases, do we have an opening bid? It does not look like it. Now, you know,
we do not.
All right. So we are going to give it another couple of seconds there. If anyone is, I know that looks black, but it's red. See?
Oh, okay. We have an offer of 8 and an offer of 10.
All right. I do too. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so we'll count them down. I think the high bid is Patty Thurman.
Yes.
Patty, okay. Are you selling?
Cat Gibbons is at 12.
Let me answer a question. Are you selling the lovely teacups that you did a short about? You're talking about those? And the answer is no, at least not yet. We're going to talk a lot about these on another day. Tease, tease, tease.
Does anyone know when they stopped putting in gold to make the red?
Well, it was Hocking in either 1936, 37, or 38. It was somewhere in the late 30s. Hocking figured out how to make this color with no gold. Now, I don't know about Payton City or the other companies that made red glass, but I do recall reading that there's no gold in the Hocking. That's why this was sold at Woolworths. If they put gold dust in here, it would be at Strawbridge and Clothier. So we'll count these down.
High offer of 13.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Going to Patty Thurman for $13.
Hold on. Patty Thurman. For how much, darling?
13. Lucky 13.
Patty Thurman. Can you dance like Ulma?
No.
I don't think Dee got that.
Probably not. I'm not up on all that stuff.
You know, as soon as I turn this camera off, I'm going to dance like Uma Thurman. This has been quite a night.
Well, you have fun with that, sir.
I'm just playing. You don't know how to dance like Uma Thurman? And I can't get you out of my...
I have no idea what you're talking about, Scooty.
Hi, may I have the complaint department, please? Is this...
Where's my invoice?
And people are so funny because they're like, people are funny. Look at this.
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
Is that Uma Thurman? I just like.
Well, I don't know. KP said it's from Pulp Fiction. A Pulp Fiction dance. Yeah, I've never seen it. That's why I have no clue what you're talking about.
Jenny Mack says Uma Thurman's daughter lives next door to your daughter in a cottage. Oh, at college.
At college.
Well, I don't even know who Uma Thurman is. If she walked in here, I mean, I don't know. I would give her 10 cents and say bye. I don't know who she is, but I listen to EDM, electronic dance music, when I'm on the treadmill, you know, or when I'm out dancing at the club. When I'm on the treadmill. And there's a song about I want to dance like Uma Thurman, and there's a really good and you get on that elliptical. Woo!
Oh.
You just snorted, D.
I know.
Now,
okay, what are we starting this at?
all right. This does not glow. This one, no glow. Letting everybody in the Blacklight Club, no glow. So, what a beautiful etch. I didn't have a chance to look it up. I'm feeling maybe Payton City or New Martinsville. This beautiful thing is a glass. This is a glass, a green, well,
glass object starting at.
I knew. I'm telling you, all day long, I knew. Hold on. Pitkin, no, pumpkin, uranium, green plate, fairy lamp, green plate, no, rose, EAPGE, mid-century whiskey. Oh, mid-century King's Crown, Jello mold, bunt cake, 3 glass candle, carnival stuff, bonbon tree. I didn't write this down. I'm sorry. Long, I'm normally much more long.
Hey, it happens. I forget to put stuff down too.
Long green dish etch, $15.
Okay.
Depression. All right, here we go. Depression era, no chips, no cracks. It's a long green serving dish for your table. And it is 13 inches long. And look how pretty the etch is. Let me stand up. Celery, olives, sweet gherkins. Look at that. I love me a sweet gherkin, don't you, D?
I like dill pickles.
All right. How about pearlized onions? Look at it. Let's pull it back. No uranium. It won't glow, but it'll be beautiful on a red tablecloth. Yeah, and look at that etch.
We have a high offer of $17.
Look at that etch. Acid etch. Depression era. Good quality, high quality polished, fire polished glass. You doing your table in, greens and reds and mix and match. That's a beauty. I wish I could tell you the name of
the pattern's gorgeous.
I know, and I just did not have the chance to look up who the etch was. It's D and I both know. I mean, we buy. Good heavens, D, we go through hundreds of items a week, do we not? And
oh yeah,
sometimes it's just that I wish I could just sit down and take the time to study. So we'll count this down. It looks like
we have Crescent Moon is at 21.
All right. And D, you'll be happy to know it's 8 minutes to 9. Your shift is almost over. I bet Jeffrey Reed isn't even going to come back after that first hour. You're on your own. Let KP and Karen Williams do it. No, I'm playing. We love you, all 388 of you. Now give me a thumbs up. Oh, I just thumbed myself down.
Lisa Cooper is at 24.
All right, Lisa, we'll go ahead and count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm hearing cuckoos. 5.
Yeah, that's my cuckoo clack.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, D, your stop comes in. I'm looking at you on my computer. You come in right on point.
Yep. Sold to Lisa Cooper for 27 doll hairs.
Lisa?
Yes. Leesa.
Oh, Leesa. Yes, Lisa, you've bought for me before, and I thank you. I've got you down there for that, Lisa Cooper at 27. Oh, that's going to be nice on the Christmas table or any table. Okay. We're going to do another item. D, you're not off the hook yet. Jeffrey.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Finer than frog's hair.
You know, everybody, this is in the second hour.
Oh, yeah. Westmoreland
Because every show
needs a fairy lamp.
that's coming in the second hour.
Hi, Christy.
As well as that beautiful glass pumpkin lidded punch bowl thing of a majiggy thing. Let's do these. I've got 8 of them in the Georgian pattern. 8 of them. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And they're small. And these, we're going to start at $16 on the Georgian cordials. I'm just going to call them cordials.
Right.
They're all sitting here. I'm not going to hold all of them up. Ooh, but they're all in excellent condition, all 8 of them. Now, the Georgian pattern, very popular. And so more than one company made this pattern. I will tell you this, that, and I know you get tired of hearing me say polished bottom, fired glass, fire polished, but it is, and that means a higher quality. That means a higher quality glass. They're fire polished. And then look at the bottoms. The bottoms are ground. Do you see that? Now, the cheap glass doesn't get ground.
We have a high offer of 16.
They grind on a wheel the bottoms of these so that they do not scratch the mahogany dining room table, so that they do not pick at the silk tablecloths, so that they sit nice and smooth and flat. What?
Hazel Atlas said, my kind of shot glass.
So lots of folks will remember the Georgian pattern. And once again, we have 8 of these little dudes. Just enough. They stand 2.5 inches tall. And all 8 of them can adorn your table if you'd like. 2 inches tall, 2.5 inches tall on the 8 Georgian. Well, I guess you could say shot glass. I guess I said that they were little cordials. I guess it's the same thing. All right. Any bids? Yes.
Yes, $16 is the high bid.
Here comes the warning, and I'm going to count them down. Here comes the warning. Ready? Well, that was the warning. And here's the countdown. 10. You get all 8 of them. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mm-hmm.
Oh, back in the day, fine snuck in at 26.
Back in the day, 26.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, dear. Let me find them on my little secret paper. Thank you, back in the day. It's very, I type all this up the next day. Do you type yours up the next day? I try to keep.
I type mine up from the get-go.
Oh, look at you. Oh.
Then I don't have to do twice. Thanks, Christy. I'm sure there are others that will beg to differ, but that's okay.
Yes, I used to shop at Strawbridge's, and I love me some lemon. This is half lemon, half tea, Wawa tea. I bought my tea at a gas station because I was driving home, and I said, I'm going to need something. Okay, D, you ain't off the hook yet, girl. It's 8:58. Let's make D do one more. All right, girl. We are going to have D help us out here. You may have to hang on because Jeffrey isn't in the green room yet. I bet he went to bed. We have a beautiful green glass center bowl. It could be a serving bowl. This is made by the Northwood Company, and this goes way back. I know we have folks in the audience that can tell us exactly when this was made. But Northwood, we've got to be back somewhere around 1920, maybe a little bit earlier. If you're an expert, let us know. But the beautiful Northwood, unsigned, but Northwood, $15 is where we're starting. Wow, $15. It's not the Delaware pattern, although it reminded me of it when I saw it.
That green is also very, very pretty.
Oh, it's got no chips or cracks on it. It is a lovely 12 inches in length and about 7 inches wide. And it's gilded. It's got some gold highlights on it. Just a beautiful piece of glass. Now, you know that there's so much you could do with this. Is it trailing vine around 1912? Thank you, Urban Ghost. I appreciate that. Is it trailing vine? And it is Northwood, is it not? I appreciate that.
We have Crescent Moon at $16.
And so, yeah, do you see why I thought the Delaware pattern, but I knew no, all Northwood wasn't signed. Absolutely. You don't find that N on the bottom of quite a bit of it. Very true, Karen. That's right. Thank you for reminding us about that. That's another good thing to remember, that people say, oh, well, it's not signed, it's no good. Well, no, things don't have to be signed to be attributed to a particular company.
We have Crescent Moon at 21.
Try to hold it still.
And then we have Mike Burgess at 24.
And, you know, it's embossed on the outside, which means the inside is completely smooth. Put potato salad in it, you know? Why not? Florence Foster Jenkins served potato salad out of her pink bathtub. Well, they did in the movie. They did in the movie anyway. I don't imagine that she did it in real life. Now, if you want to retract your bid, you can. I am feeling a flea bite, which is a little bit more than a flea bite, and it is felt rather than seen for the most part. And I'm running my finger over it right here. I want to just let you know that we have that. So if anybody placed a bid and you say, oh, I don't want it now because it has the chip, just tell us, retract. But honestly, though, it's on the inside rim, and I'm feeling it more than I'm seeing it.
Okay, Minnie is at 25, Jenny Mack at 26, Kat Givens is at 27.
All right, Minnie, make sure you know that there is that little chip on that. All right? Before I count it down, I'm just letting everybody know there's that little chip on the rim. And if you're not interested because of that, not a problem. Just let us know so that we
have Kat Givens at 29.
You know what? You could fill it with gravy. It's almost like a big gravy boat. Look at the spouts here. That's my kind of gravy. Womp womp. You could put gravy in it. So we'll count it down. Are you ready? I know. Oh, you have it in the Delaware pattern, Vampy. The Delaware pattern is green, and it's got gilded flowers on it too, doesn't it? Yeah, Herminia says she'll pass. All right. Not good, but I wanted to make sure that we got that. Okay, so whatever Herminia's bid was, I think we're okay because I think Kat Givens.
Well, yeah, because there's other people that bid higher.
Okay, just letting them know. And before we say yes, letting everybody know there's that little chip in there, but it goes back to what, 1912? Is that what somebody told us? 10,
Yeah.
9. What time is it? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the lovely Northwood Bowl in green. Oh my word. Ugh. Ugh. All right.
Kathleen Workman for $32.
Kathleen, I'm going to tell you what. Thank you. I forget
Hi,
your
Poppy.
I forget your address, Kathleen, but I might just have to drive to you. You're going to get some big boxes. Oh, by the way, thanks, Kathleen, and thank you, everyone who placed your bids. This is a good time to say, okay, it is 9:04. We're going to take a break. Dee, would you like to have your face seen for a moment, and you can say toodaloo to everybody?
Oh, sure.
Okay, let's bring Dee on for a minute, and then let's go get her. Oh, we got Jeffrey as well. Now, I would like to take a moment. So hold on, if you will. So I would like to sincerely thank you, Dee. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
You've already worked all day and you babysat and all that stuff, and and thank you for helping me out. And
anytime I can help, I will.
Okay, Dee, thank you so much. Now you can hang out there as long as you want, or you can say toodaloo and X out. Up to you.
I'm probably going to hang out. I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
Dang.
So I'm going to keep you on for a minute. We'll talk about Jeffrey because some folks don't know. Now, if you don't know who Dee is, Dee, go ahead. This is Intermission. So not everybody knows who you are, Dee. Would you like to tell us who you are, what you do, where you're from, and if people are interested in you and your live sales, would you like to have a commercial?
Sure. My name is Deidre, but everyone calls me Dee for short. And I am an avid thrifter and reseller. I sell on YouTube, eBay, and Mercari. I have live sales on YouTube every Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. I also do like collaboration sales and drop sales and such when I have time. In fact, Scott, we all have to do our sale together again, all of us.
I know.
Because it's been a while. Yeah, so that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I live in Niagara Falls, New York, and that's it. I'm very boring.
No, you're not, Dee. You're the best.
Dee, thank you.
Scott's back.
Thank you, Dee.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dee.
Thanks, Dee.
Thank you. We're still on Intermission, and if you're new to the old Curiosity Shop live sales, we always take an intermission and wipe our brow and run to the kitchen and you saw I went and got me a little extra Wawa iced tea. I'm going to do a few more things, and Jeffrey, folks might not know who you are. I've met you once, but you've been a part of this community now for quite a while. Would you like to tell us a little bit about just, do you sell, do you buy, do you collect?
Sure.
What's your story?
Yeah, well, I've been watching Scott for a long time. I can't even remember. And he's really gotten me into collecting. I especially collect vintage Christmas, vintage Easter, vintage Halloween, any holidays really. Most of the sales I've done are on eBay and also on another platform called Whatnot. I'm not sure if you folks are aware of what that is, but it's an app. It's a selling app. So I've had a couple of live shows on there where I've sold some Christmas things on there and some other odds and ends. I do have some Disney collectibles as well that I also sell. And yeah, so it's growing for me slowly. I'm learning a lot from Scott, especially about different glassware. I do have a huge love for glassware, dishes, and the like. Heisey is my favorite. Scott knows that. And yeah, so.
Well, I want to thank you as well.
Yeah.
Because this is your night off and you agreed to, do this last hour with me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we will push. So now Jeffrey is going to take over the starts and the stops.
Yep.
And once again, he is in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, Western Mass. Yep.
He's in Western Mass.
Yep.
And we're going to get back to the
Pioneer
live
Valley.
sale now because I've got to really plow through some things, which we'll do that. So Jeffrey, we're going to hide you.
Okay.
But we can hear you.
Sure. Hazel Atlas, my favorite pattern is the colonial pattern. The Heisey colonial pattern.
Okay. This has a few chips in it. And there's one that's a little larger than I would normally like. But I simply could not say no to a signed piece of EAPG. So do know that this is cut glass, American Brilliant cut glass. It's an offer up, and I have not told you the price yet because I want you to know that around these saw teeth, you're going to feel some roughness. You'll feel some little flea bites. It's really hard to find this old American Brilliant cut glass with no chips on it. So there's a little chip on that tooth. And then we've got a tooth here that is almost completely gone. So a few chips on the top, but it's not cracked. And it's signed. It's signed P&B, which is Pitkin. And is it Pitkin and Brooks? I can't remember what I... So we're back in the 1890s, 1880s, 1890s. With the damage, $19 is where we begin on a signed piece of beautiful, brilliant cut glass. And that will spark. You know, the thing about this cut glass, you're going to put it on a table. You're going to put candies in it or something. Nobody's drinking out of it. Nobody's really picking it up and going, oh, I can cut myself on it. So we live with some chips sometimes, and especially with this glass. Oh my gosh. It's very rare to find pieces of American Brilliant glass that isn't chipped. And I'm not saying that to like trick you into buying it because it has that damage on it. It's just sort of the nature of it. There's even some roughness on the foot here. But the P and the B is signed in the middle, and it's hard for me to get you to see it, but right down in here, I'm trying to put my finger on it. It's signed right there. There's a triangle with P and B. Really hard to get you to see the P and the B. All right. Jeffrey, do we have...
We don't have a bid. We actually had a bid before the starting bid, but Tony retracted it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say if we have no bids, we're going to put it aside, but
there is no bid.
I will count it down anyway, just in case. And what did I say?
19.
I said 19?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You do have a bid. I take that back. I do apologize. Martha Pellor at $20.
Okay.
And now we have Lola May at 22. So I would count it down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Now, where am I going to put it so I don't step on it?
Okay, let me just refresh here. Okay, so before the stop, I have Lola May at $22.
Thank you, Lola May. Next up is an item that I am so excited about because I think it's fantastic. It starts at $30 is the asking bid for the opening price. It's this big pumpkin bowl in etched glass. And give me a moment while I put it together. There's no damage on it. Some of you saw it in the preview video. It stands about 10 inches tall to the top, and it's about 8 inches wide. And it's just such a beautiful thing. I was never really able to, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time trying to figure out who the maker was. I think this goes back to the 40s or the 50s, perhaps. The design on it is all cut and acid etched. It appears to be cut and etched. It's made of glass. It has a matching ladle on the inside, and so many of you were so kind, and we talked about it. $30 is the opening bid. Look at the lid with this little pumpkin. We'll pull the lid off very carefully and let you see how beautifully etched it is. And then I'm going to pull out the ladle, which also has a little bit of an etching there on the back of it, or an engraving on the back of it. So there's the handmade ladle, which is attached. And then there's the bowl itself. It's unmarked.
Scott, I just wanted to let you know that Patsy got her platter.
Patsy got her platter. Patsy got her platter. And it wasn't broken, Patty.
I haven't heard anything about anything. I would assume it's not, because she apparently she's happy about it.
If this was filled with anything, I would drink the whole thing right now. I'm so glad it got to you. Well, I take that back. I'm glad it got to you. So, pumpkin soup, sangria, spiced eggnog, mulled wine. I love this thing and the size of it. It's not too huge. And don't you delay. I'm going to count this down because we are behind schedule. And so if you see something you like, don't be shy. There is no damage on this, and it is so elegant and so beautiful. Jeffrey, if you'll call out what our highest bid is, that would be helpful. If there is one, there might not be any.
Yep, we do have one. Gin Fizz at $35.
All right. Thank you, Gin Fizz. We're not over because it's time to count this beautiful. If there are no questions, I will go ahead and I will count it down. It's going to come to you in a really big box. So remember, wherever you live, keep that in mind that shipping is, you will pay the shipping. And I'll box it well with insurance. And we'll count it down. 10. Is Willie Joe bidding?
It looks like Willie Joe at $40. Okay. Says Punch Bowl.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now I have to move. Bear with me, Jeffrey. I have to move so I can put it down. Because the glass is the lid is so delicate. I'm so afraid I'm going to break it. Okay.
Okay, so it looks like we still have Willie Joe at $40. That's before the stop. Hazel Atlas, you came in just after the stop it with your bid. I'm sorry.
Jeffrey, it's Willie Joe. Could you spell that for me, please?
I can, yes. It's WILLIE space JOE.
Thank you so much, Willie Joe.
I'll paste the information here for them as well.
I think you might be new to me, Willie. If you're not new, I apologize. But
there's the info.
If you are new, would you go ahead and send me that email now, or at least within the next 5 minutes or so, just so I can make sure that tomorrow morning I have no problems getting that invoice out to you. And thank you so much. Okay. should have written that down, so I'm not sure which one of those. Why don't we do the Westmoreland glass fairy lamp, which I actually couldn't even see. It does have a WG, and very hard to see the WG embossed on the bottom. And I don't have
Beautiful.
any candles down here to show you how pretty it is, but
Gorgeous.
I think you already know how pretty it's going to be when it's lit. Westmoreland glass fairy lamp. We're starting at $30. It has no damage on it. It has no damage on it, and it stands, what, 7 inches tall? It's got a little bit of the English hobnail pattern on it right there. So place your candle in there, light it, or put a, you know,
Scott, there's a question. Is the red painted on?
The red appears to be, well, it's not paint. You mean flashed is what you mean. Let me stand up here. It is flashed.
It's flashed.
So that's not the same thing as paint. I
No.
think everybody knows that, right? So,
Right. They asked if it was painted, so that's
Yep.
why I use their terminology.
Gotcha. So it's not cut to clear. It is flashed. I will,
Correct.
however, tell you that you can examine it yourself and see that the flashing is good. The same way that the King's Crown is flashed. You know, we're familiar with that. These are coming up later. We don't have any loss here. See there? There's no loss to the flashing that's on it. So I'm trying to see what the bid is. Is there a bid, Jeffrey? Can you?
Oh
tell
my
me?
goodness, yes, we do have bids. Our highest bid right now, we are at $50 from Poet Vic.
All right, that's helpful. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So then I can then announce that, because for the folks that can't see the chat, we're somewhere around 50. All right, okay, so we'll
$50.
count. Thank you for your questions. We'll count this. We'll count the fairy lamp down. And here we go. Ready? 10, 9. I know I should have a light in it, but then I'd have to turn the ring lights off and that'd be a mess. 10, 9, 8, 7. You wouldn't be able to see it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the only fairy lamp I have ever purchased, and it's the only one I've ever sold. I thought it was absolutely beautiful and fantastic for
Stunning.
for Christmas time.
Beautiful. Yeah, let me just refresh here and I'll give you the winner here.
Right.
And after refreshing, our winner is Robin Boyd at $80.
Thank you, Robin, and thank you, everyone.
Yes, thanks everybody for your bids.
Robin Boyd. Robin Boyd.
Boyd, B-O-Y-D.
Thanks, Robin. Appreciate that. I can't do those green things yet because I can't remember if I need to look. Okay, let's do this. Woo. Somebody told me, and I forgot to go back and look. Maybe you're here tonight. Maybe you're not. Oh, my word. I've never seen such a pretty rose-colored EAPG platter, and it is beautiful. Now, I know you're all going to, it's when something isn't an exact color, we always get this debate, but you've got to remember that the ring lights that are on to illuminate what I'm doing, we have different settings. You can have a bright white light. You can have a cold, icy light. You can have a warm sort of sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
I can change those lights, and this will change color. The color settings on your computer screen, on your desktop, your laptop, whatever, it's all different. So I just have to tell you that it is a rose color, like a faded red. Yeah, like a piece of red construction paper that's been faded. So that's the best I can say. So if it looks orange or pink, it's a little more on the rosy side. And now let me go ahead and tell you that we start at $25. It's got no damage at all, Jeffrey. It's a nice big heavy EAPG platter for the center of your table. And oh my gosh, it is 13, 14. It's 15 inches long. Wow. And 11 inches across. It too has a ground bottom. I'll let you see the ground bottom. And Jeffrey, if there's any bids, will you announce that?
Yeah, so far we have Jan Lofness at $25.
All right. I appreciate that. And I'll let you see. I'll let you come.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. That's KP at 25. I see her right above that. Oh, now Jan Loftus at 26.
I'll let you compare this rosy color with a green and sort of the red flashed on color of the King's crown to give you a comparison. So very red. Yeah. And green and red. And then this is more of a pinkish, pinkish rosy color. So smooth all around the sawtooth edges. Oh my gosh. This
we have Patsy. What's mine is yours at 32.
Look, the things that you could do with that. Oh, Patsy, I forgot to tell you, Patsy. Patsy, what's mine is yours. Don't you worry about those candlesticks because I got the right address and I retrieved them. I've got them. I need to put, because you wrote to me and you were like, I think the address was messed up. I got it. So don't worry. I know you didn't get them yet, but I had to get the right address and I've got it. I think that was you, Patty. So we got your candlesticks. And
we have KP at $35.
Okay. Just wanted to make, oh, excuse me, that you knew that. Now that I can breathe again, how's everyone doing? Yay. You're welcome, Patty. Don't you worry at all. Don't you worry about a thing. I grabbed a hold of that box and changing the address. So we'll count this down now. I think the high bid is around $35. Maybe we're at 36 now.
We're at 36 now for Patsy. What's mine is yours.
The countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to go ahead and hit refresh on my.
Okay. I'm going to refresh as well.
That's going to help me make sure.
So just before the stop, I have Patsy M at $45. Patsy M.
Hey, Patsy. At 45?
Yep.
I'm not giving away anybody's private information. If you want to, Patsy, you can tell them in the chat where you live. But I'll just tell you this, everybody. It's several states away from me. And I'm so delighted that that great big, huge Flow Blue platter made it all the way. Well, I shouldn't say any more because that'll give away where you live. And you might not want anybody to know where you live. But thank you, Patty. I appreciate you and everybody here tonight. And things do break. And I don't know if Margaret's here, but Margaret, I've got some stuff for you because something I shipped to Margaret got broken and I'm going to, and Margaret was so kind. She said, don't even refund me. Things happen. And I said, Margaret, if you're not going to let me refund you, I'm going to send you some extra pieces of glass I think you're going to love. So I don't know if you're here, Margaret, but if you are, thank you. You get what? You get yelled at for, I get yelled at for overbidding myself. Who yells at you, Poodle? Did Jeffrey yell at you because you overbid yourself?
I would never yell at Poodle. Not moi.
One, two, three, four, five, six. I've got 6 lovely King's Crown tumblers. I've got 6 of them. They're flashed, and the flashing is lovely. Now, you know, if Uncle Henry gets to washing these too aggressively in the dish pan, he's going to wash all that off. But he was careful with these because Granny was standing there watching him. So I assure you that the beautiful ruby red flashing on these is lovely, and it's consistent among all of them. They are just over 5 inches tall, and we're going to start at $18 for all of them. You get all 6 of them, and see, they're all sitting over here. I could pull all of them out, but if I did that one by one, it would take too much time, so I'm just going to show you 3 of them. The King's Crown pattern was made by more than one company, and I will tell you this, and here he goes again. I'm holding these in my hand, and they are fire polished, and they're heavy, so they're nice quality King's Crown tumblers. Very popular.
We're at $25 for Karen Williams.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I think maybe the 1950s might have been the peak of their popularity, but they were made for decades, and so probably even into the 60s and 70s. I don't think they date pre-war. When I look at the mold lines, they're very smooth and they're softened. That's how you know that something's been fire polished. That means it's extra quality. These are nice and thick and heavy. I'm certain that they'll hold 8 ounces. So iced tea, water, yeah.
Wawa iced tea.
Wawa iced tea. Half lemon, half tea.
We're still at $25. Karen Williams.
All 6 of these beautiful King's Crown tumblers. I bet each one of these weighs almost a pound. And we'll count them down. 10, 9, 8. I know, Heidi, that Uncle Henry. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This ain't easy. 2, 1. All right. Oh, gracious.
Okay, let me just refresh. Live chat. And I think we only had one bid, and that was Karen Williams at $25.
Thank you, Karen. Now I can't get to that. All right, let's do. I can't do that green plate or that one because I forgot the whisk. Yeah. Okay.
Pardon the sniffling, everybody. I'm suffering with allergies.
Well, I know what that feels like.
When you have a doggy visit you.
All right. There's the bottom of it. Let me measure it.
Oh, that's so nice, Scott.
Well, I guess I need to put it on. I should have done this in advance and I didn't do it. But I need to see if it's Holland mold. Did I plug it in? It's not plugged in. I can't see. Well, there it is. It's
It might be Holland.
I can barely see whether it's Atlantic or Holland. It's under there, but it's so hard for me to see it.
I have 2 of those that my grandmother made, so that's definitely handmade.
These also, oh yeah, I know. It says under here, and I can't see it. But anyway, you already, listen, I don't buy and sell the ones that they make in China.
No, that is handmade. Made with love.
Is an old one. And I love it that it's not terribly tall. So everybody knows what these look like. They know how they work. There's the cord with the inline switch. There it is. It says on here, which it's either Holland or Atlantic, and I can't, hard for me to see it. We're going to ask $19. This is an opening. $19 is where we start. It's not broken. It's got one little tiny chip down at the bottom here. Right there. And it's missing 2 of these plastic things. Go out to the craft stores. They sell them. They sell them online very inexpensively. If you don't like the white, you can get the colored or the birds. You can do all kinds of things. And I love the fact that it's small. So if you don't have, and it stands 12 inches tall. It doesn't.
None of those bulbs are glued in, Scott?
I beg your pardon?
None of those bulbs, those little lights are glued in, correct?
No, all these plastic guys come out.
Okay.
They're just plastic. They're not glass. This is made in somebody's basement ceramic.
Yeah.
Crafting thing. And I'm stuck to where, well, I guess I could. All right, hold on. I know everybody, but it's not going to be with the ring lights. You're not going to see anything, but.
We're at $55 right now from Harry Fern.
I'll try it anyway. Oh, what was that noise? Anyway, I don't know if I can get close enough to you. I'm going to try. All right. There it is, lit up. You can see. So all of the little plastic dudes will come out. We're missing, I think, 2 or 3 of them. So 2 or 3 of the little plastic inserts are missing. Other than that,
beautiful.
It's a cute little one. If you don't have a lot of space or don't want some great big thing,
wow,
you're all set. It's fun to find the little ones, and it's ready to go. Now, light bulb not included, of course.
We have elderly poodle at $72.
I might keep the light bulb in there. I don't know. Let me set it down and unplug it. All right, I've just turned it off. And I've just unplugged it. And so many of us have 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s memories of these being in homes. Yes, you can go to a store that starts with a T or a hardware store that starts with an L or an H, and you'll find these made in China.
Or JA Fabrics.
Oh, he said it. I only used the initials. I was afraid to say it. I might get in trouble.
I use initials. Nobody knows what JA is.
Or you can get one somebody made somewhere probably in the 70s. We'll count it down. I think elderly poodle might have the high.
Yeah, we have poodle at $90.
Let's see. And we'll count the tree down. I love the size of it. I'd keep this next to my bed.
Beautiful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That I'll speak up. That was my furnace that just kicked in again, and it makes a noise.
Okay, let me refresh.
Did I show you? I think I showed you.
Live chat. Okay, so just before the stop, I see Pamela Mimi at $97.
Pamela Mimi at 97. Thank you, Pamela.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't think it's terribly cold. I don't have a thermometer down here. I can tell you this, my thermostat is set at 65, so the heat right now is only coming on when it gets as chilly as 65 degrees in this house. I don't know how cold it is outside right now. In the South Jersey, Philly area, maybe somebody can look it up. It's not cold. I mean, I guess that's relative to what you're used to. We've had, oh dear.
Thought it was your grandmother vacuuming your bungalow. That's what Heidi thought.
Oh, but my grandmother wouldn't say vacuuming. She would say run the sweeper. No, I'm serious. And
I remember that.
Growing up, my mother, and I say that, it's funny how we say things that our mother said in our, but it makes no sense today. I will sometimes, and my mother will deny it. I don't know if she's watching right now or not. She'll say, no, I don't. Yes, you do. I've got to go, I haven't had a chance to run the sweeper. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does any of you still say run the sweeper? I mean, we have gotten rid of icebox in my family. We don't say the Davenport anymore, although one of my grandparents did, but it's hard to get rid of run the sweeper. And the other thing, I said, I don't know where I was. And somebody looked at me like I was some creature from the moon. I said something or other. I said, I need to go to the drugstore.
Of course.
Yeah, marijuana is legal in New Jersey. I said, no. I need to go and get some aspirin, some Anacin.
Yep.
Because where I grew up, well, I don't need the Geritol yet, Jeffrey. But I'm telling you, when I was a boy, we did not have, until we got into the 1980s, when I was way up into high school or went off to college, we didn't have any national chain. We did not have CVS or Walgreens. We had downtown.
Yep.
And there were two family-owned drugstores.
Yes.
Which had a pharmacy in it, and that's what we said. So I still say I got to go to the drugstore after I run the sweeper. Hello, what are you doing? I got to run the sweeper, and then I got to run to the drugstore.
Get a drink from the refrigerator.
And I wasn't born in 1910, but there's certain things that you can't get rid of.
Right.
Okay, how many of you do that? We didn't even have a Rexall.
A lot of people say drugstore.
No, we didn't have a Rexall because that was a national chain. We had two family. I'm not going to name the names of the family. I can remember it and see it. You still say drugstore? You must be as old as I am. The Virginia. You must be at least my age. You say drugstore, Poodle? Us old people. Ain't nothing wrong with saying old people. Us seasoned folk.
Seasoned, yes.
All right. I know I'm dragging, and I haven't gotten to everything yet. What time is it? We might
9:42.
Let me say this. I'll say this. Did any of you, I'll do this. If any of you guys
These guys.
If any of you saw the preview video and you've been hanging on all night, listening to him go, blah, 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 and you're waiting for something that was in the preview video that I showed today, and I haven't offered it yet, tell me what it is and we'll do it now. So we'll give it a second. Yeah.
They're still talking about drugstores.
I know, we got the lag. We'll give it a second. Is there anything that you saw in the video today and you're like, he hasn't sold it yet and I've been waiting? All right, the green vases. Let's do that first. Hold tight, everybody. Hold tight. I want some seafood, mama. You with me, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'm with you. I see green vases and then plates, but we need to be a little more specific with plates.
We do. So let's hold on and we'll do the green. We'll do the green
vases.
We'll do the green vases first.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do these. And let me find them here on my little plate on my All right. These green vases, this is what I'm doing, because sometimes chips are felt but not seen. I'm not feeling any issues with this dude. With this one, we got a chip. We might have 2 flea bites on the top. They are felt rather than seen because the tops are crimped or pinched or whatever. And so I can feel it. I can't see it, but it's there. Just letting you know. Before we throw these out there, they are 12 inches tall. They're etched. They're thin, like me. I'm thin, and I'm getting some etching around my, little smile lines. But that's it. And they're really pretty. They are not flashed on. This green is not flashed on. So it's green glass, which is different from glass that's flashed, right? And so we will start out at $15. They're 12 inches tall, and they are a matching pair. I'll let you see the tops. And then I'll let you see that they're etched with flowers, wheel cut with flowers, rather. And then we go all the way down, and we have a stem and clear foot. And these appear to be made separately and then attached by the glass blower. Do you see here? So once again, they're not flashed on. One of them is perfect at the top. The other
do have a bid at $22 from Karen K.
The other one I can feel. Can't see it, but I can feel it. Just a tiny little. If it was flashed on, we'd see clear glass underneath it. So they're really pretty at Christmas time. And we'll go ahead and count them down since we do have a bid. A single is great. A pair, woo, 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 is even better. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On those two. All right. Let's see where we are with those.
Let me just refresh.
And then people were saying plates, but I do need you folk who mentioned plates.
So I see Karen K came in with $36 right before Kathleen. I'm sorry, Kathleen. Karen K came in at $36.
Thank you, Karen K. And we will now let you type in if there's something else. And people said plates. And
somebody said plates. Yeah, we just need a little bit more.
They're probably meaning these green things. One of them glows, doesn't. And my black light is not working. I think that one glows and that one doesn't, but I know it's
mine's working. I don't think that's going to help you, though.
It won't, Jeffrey. I know they're going to ask me, and I'll try it. My black light is messed up. Oh, there you can see. He looks very professional here. And look, sweatpants, shirt untucked. You weren't supposed to see all of that, but I'm glad I got pants on.
At least you have pants on. That's good.
I'm full. I got pants on. I got everything on.
And slippers.
I got No, I got my Converse on.
Oh, okay. I'm wearing slippers.
Let me, because I know somebody's going to want to know. Are they saying specifically if they want the green plates? They're not saying.
Someone was talking about the lusterware plates, but those already.
The lusterware plates already sold.
Yep, those are already gone. Sorry.
Drat.
No, not seeing anybody here requesting to see them glow.
All right, well, we're going to sell them, and you're going to have to be surprised because there's a short in this blasted. Doggone it. This has been, I should have. All right.
Kathleen Workman's asking me to check to see if her bid came in first. I will refresh again, and I will go back and look.
I've had it with this. I need to get. Let me see. I'm telling you, I'm going to get electrocuted right here on the air.
Sorry, Kathleen. No, your bid came in second.
All right, I'm done fiddling because I can't get this thing. No, can't do it. All right. So anyway, no one's asking for these green things.
Nobody's asking about anything glowing right now. Lisa's all excited about the Decagon sugar and creamer.
Oh, but Lisa, the Cambridge Blue, I'm not selling them. You hear me?
Sorry, Lisa.
What? I didn't say I was selling them.
No.
Did I say? Did I probably
He's
say?
looking for the cups and saucers to go with them.
Well, yes, and you can find the Cambridge cups with that typical handle. I don't know if Cambridge made. Philip could tell me if Cambridge made cups with that lightning bolt handle. Because I saw what you sent me, Jeffrey. I've got lots of Cambridge Decagon.
I couldn't find one with the lightning bolt handle.
I don't know if they made.
But how cool.
If they made cups and saucers with that lightning bolt handle.
Very cool.
Woo!
Yes.
Has the red cut to clear been sold? Yeah. That stuff. That was sold, Tippy. But.
The APG vases. Did you have any others?
I wasn't planning on selling them tonight.
Okay.
The pair of EAPG vases, I'm still thinking about that. I really love them, and I'm not sure if I'm going to sell them or not. So I didn't actually advertise that I was going to sell them. But let's do this.
Aaron wants to see if your black light glows.
Listen, let me tell you what. If Santa Claus walked in here right now, I'd set his beard on fire. I am going to sell both of the. Here's what I'm going to do. I just made an executive decision, and Mrs. Slocum and I are unanimous in that. Crickets. I was going to sell these separately.
I heard.
I was going to sell these separately. I'm going to sell them together because I happen to know one of them glows and one of them doesn't. I cannot remember which one glows. I want to say.
I think it was the one with the handle.
Why?
I'm just remembering the video, and that's what you said. I could be wrong.
I don't remember, but I'm putting them together. They're both green.
In any case, one of them glows.
One glows, one doesn't. They're both green. One is etched, one isn't. One has handles, one doesn't. There's no chips or cracks. A few light scratches. These go to the 30s. They're both footed. We're going to throw them together at $20. You get both of them. I'll hold them up. Depression green. Now this one's got scratches on it. If you want something and it's got my fingerprints on it. This one has scratches on it. This had a lot of use. So there's little surface scratches on it. You can see that. All right. But you're going to put muffins all over it, so you're not going to see it. It's footed. It's got the handles on it. Yeah. This one might be the one that glows. So, and you can see that it is 10 inches across that way. You're getting both of them. And did we put a start in? I think we did.
We sure did. Yeah, we have a bid of $27 from L&G.
Here's another one. Now this one has etching on it, and it also is footed. Actually, this one might be the one that glows. I'm befuddled. I cannot remember. You're just gonna have to be surprised. Sometimes you can tell, and sometimes you can't. So they're both green glass, made by probably two different companies. They don't match each other, but if you're doing the Christmas buffet, you know.
We have Bonnie Abrams at $30.
If you're going to do a Christmas buffet, you're not going to blow out the Christmas candles and turn on the black light, are you? Half of your relatives will run away screaming.
Yes,
So,
Karen, Scott and I'll sing for you.
I didn't agree to that. 10. My screen is all blurry. Am I blurry to people?
Not to me.
Oh, my word. Mrs. Slocum is from Are You Being Served? That is correct.
Yep. Karen
Careful.
got it.
I'm with you, Bonnie. The glow doesn't, I'm fine with that. So we'll count the two pieces down. You're getting both of them. You ready? Here we go, Jeffrey. 10.
Yep, go for it.
9. 8. Why did that just happen?
I don't know, but I'm here. Hello.
I didn't make
wipe my nose now.
Why did it shrink? Hold on, because we've got somebody in the green room. Okay, I don't see any. I don't know what just happened. Oh my word, this is bizarre to me. Were you supposed to be? You weren't. I didn't even touch.
I don't know. But I'm here. Hello.
Should I leave you on or take you away?
Oh, I don't care. Whatever.
Let them look at you. They're tired of me. 10.
They can look at my orange sweater.
8. 7. I didn't touch anything. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. I have to tell you something funny.
All right, let me just refresh here to make sure we had a bid that came in fairly recent.
All right.
So we have L&G at 32.
Ellen is
Ellen.
is ELLEN.
It's ELLEN space G, $32. Kathleen Workman, it looks like you have quite a lag. You should refresh.
LNG. May I have just one moment?
Certainly.
Thank you all. Okay. I'll ask once again, just to be sure, since we're getting close to wrapping it up. Let me go ahead, Jeffrey, and do, is there anyone that, I'll do a few more things. I really don't want to mess up anybody's schedule or anyone's time. Did you see was there anything in the video today that I didn't sell yet that you're interested in? And I'll go ahead and do that. got a few other things, but I don't think I'm going to continue too much longer. So was there anything that you were, we'll just look and see. If anyone happens to mention anything.
Hold on, I have to sign out of my pros here.
While I'm waiting, just to see if anyone would like me to offer something that I didn't sell yet that was in the video earlier. In one of the videos I did, a person said, I don't want to spook you or frighten you or something like that, but what was that orb that floated by you at, and then they put a timestamp and then another timestamp. Well, it was just that fuzz off that kitchen towel.
Piece of dust.
I have a kitchen towel that I dry my glass with, and it leaves fuzz. I know I need to get rid of it, but when I was holding up all the glass, little bits of fuzz was coming off of the glass, and somebody thought that maybe it was one of my long lost relatives coming to.
Or it was the lady that owned the green vases.
It must have been. So was there anything, did anyone, it was dust, Poodle. It was dust off of it was dust.
Robin loves your radio.
Oh, thank you. I love it too. I'll have to show it to you close up. Glass and cats. I don't have any glass cats.
And my sweater matches your drapes, Scott. Nice color. Thank you, Patty.
Actually, that looked more orange. You can't tell.
Are those red?
No, it's copper. It's that 1930s
copper.
Salmon copper. Yeah.
Nice.
Those are from the 30s. Those are the real thing. I'll have to put some lights on. What haunted dust? Okay, so there wasn't anything. You're beginning to look blotchy now. Your face is not clear.
Who, me or you?
Me. Somebody said I look blotchy.
Oh, no, I'm seeing you coming in perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. It's probably the orbs.
You didn't clean your eyeglasses with one of those tissues that has lotion in it. Have you ever done that? I did that once, and I spent weeks trying to get that lotion off of my eyeglasses. Remember those tissues that had...
They still have them. I almost bought some yesterday by accident.
Yeah. Now I'm being told I'm frozen. Am I frozen?
No, you're not. You're well thawed.
So you have to hit refresh if I'm blurry or frozen on your screen. Jeffrey, you really do have some allergies, don't you?
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, my friend's dog came to visit me yesterday, and Toby is a golden retriever with lots of fur and dander. So I spent the day vacuuming, and it's still floating around in the house. So I'm suffering quite a bit. So pardon me if I get sniffles.
Well, we're gonna. It's 10 o'clock, and so let's go. I have more to sell. I've got so much more, but it's been a funny night. And let's just bring you back and say, we'll say goodnight to Jeffrey. I'll hang out for a few minutes and chat with everybody. There he is. Jeffrey, hold on.
I'll satisfy everybody. I do have a show and tell. I could satisfy everybody's glowing.
I can't see what that
Hold
is.
it closer so you can see what it is.
Oh, a coaster.
And it is green. Yeah, and it does glow. I know everybody likes their glowing, but
yeah.
Yeah, I found 2 of these at a local antique shop.
Yeah. Hold on, everybody. People are talking to me. I can see it, but we're I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I can't I heard from Robert and Lori about the package. I'll answer that in a second if you can hang with me. I wasn't planning on selling that baby doll tonight. We're gonna just call it. We're gonna say that might come another time. But so for now, that's it for tonight's auction. Oh, you wanted one more? No, it's bedtime. Jeffrey, I hope that the allergies get better for you. And
Thank you.
I want to thank you for helping me tonight on your night off.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. So
You're
thanks
very
to
welcome.
Jeffrey. Round of applause. I did not get emails from some of the folks that I needed to get emails from tonight. So if you're still watching and this was the first time you ever won anything,
I'm going to post the information again.
If you attempted to email me, I would have gotten that notification, but I didn't get any. So I can't invoice you. And the thing about the reason why I ask folks if they're new to email me during the auction is because just from experience, I know that they will sometimes put oldcuriosityshop@gmail.com and they'll forget to put the 99. Or they'll spell something wrong. Once we're connected, we're connected. But I know how it is when you're typing, oh, my S key got stuck, or oh, silly me. It happens to all of us, not a problem. But it just delays the transaction if I don't hear from you if you're new. So if you were new tonight and I haven't heard from you yet, you won't hear from me until you keep trying to get a hold of me because I can't find you. Does that make sense? I guess so. Jeffrey, thanks, and we'll say good night.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good night.
Jeffrey's ready to go. Good night. All right, let's get rid of him. I mean, don't do anything until you're gone. Wait a minute. How do I get rid of you? I don't know how to do it. I think I have to hit the X. Oh, wait a minute. He's smiling. That didn't do it. Hold on, Jeffrey. I think I know what I need to do. I have to go to my layout and hit. I don't know how to get rid of you. It's like dust. I don't know where.
I don't hear that very often, but
I don't know where all this dust comes from. What am I supposed to? Oh, remove from stage. I did it. Okay, hold on, Jeffrey. Don't say anything off color yet. He'll call me and say, I am not going to ever help you again. No. I think it's good. We have fun with all of this. We really do. And the thing with the technology and wait, I still hear, are you still there? No, that was the creaking of my pipes. What? Always a good, thank you, Virginia. Always a good time. And that's really what, and I've said before that I'm not concerned with whether you buy anything or not. And we do have a good, Jeff is still there. He's not supposed to be. You can hear him. Jeffrey, are you still there? I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless you have a really bad lag. Okay, let's talk for a minute. Robert and Lori asked me if I got the package. The answer is no, but I do believe I know where it is, and I'm going to try to track it down. Excuse me. So I'm going to try to track that down. I do think that I know where it is. He's on his way to bed. He should be on his way to bed. And I assure you, if I had gotten it, I would have acknowledged it to you. I believe I know where it went, and I think I'm going to try to track it down. So I'll do my best to do that. So thanks for letting me know about that. Let's see. This is the Monday before Thanksgiving, and I don't know what you're doing or what your plans are. Mine is going to be pretty traditional with the family, turkey, all that stuff. Excuse me. And then I'll be coming back here to my home Thursday evening. And I don't know what time, but I would guess maybe around 9 p.m. I don't think it'd be any earlier than that. We usually have our Thanksgiving dinner in the afternoon. 3 o'clock would be the earliest. And then it's always a tradition, depending on how cold it is. Well, that really doesn't matter. We bundle up and we walk around the neighborhood, and then we come back in the house and then have dessert later on. And somebody plays the piano and somebody has some trivia game, and there's always something to do. So that'll be my Thursday afternoon, but then I'll come back here on Thursday night. Save yourself an extra piece of pumpkin pie. It should be there any day, Patty. It's in the mail. The percolator is in the mail. The percolator I shipped separate from everything else, so it's on its way. Just to let you know, Patty, I do see that. Or Patsy, the percolator is coming. In fact, yes, that percolator is packed and on its way. I will be seeing you if you want to come and hang out Thursday night on Thanksgiving. As I said, it'll be after 9 o'clock. Coffee, pie, whatever you do, shrimp cocktail, egg foo young, whatever that is, whatever you have, whether it's traditional or not. I'm not sure what we'll do. Maybe have some trivia questions. Hang out for a little bit on Thursday evening. So just in case anyone is feeling, like they need to have an extra connection on that day, I hope you'll be able to join me, right? I might even be in my pajamas because we're going to have a cold Thanksgiving here this year. And then the day after Thanksgiving, my family has a tradition. I'll skip that for right now and won't tell you about that, but it does not include shopping. And then I'm getting up Saturday morning and jumping on the train, and I'm headed to Manhattan. I'm going to be staying for a night or two in Manhattan, joining a friend of mine who I haven't seen in a while, and we are going to go and see a show I've never seen before. Believe it or not, I have never seen Little Shop of Horrors. So I'll be seeing that. I think that's what we're seeing, and have a nice dinner. And that'll be, I'll probably do a little bit of filming for you. It'll let you see. It takes me, I can jump on the train either at 30th Street Station in Philadelphia, or I can jump on the train here in New Jersey. It's easier than driving because then I don't have to worry about parking. And if you take the fast train, you're there very quickly. I'll take the cheap train, and it'll take me about 2 hours to get to Manhattan from where I am in the southern part of New Jersey. But that'll be my Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll give you a chance, if you can join me Thursday night, maybe to talk about yours. And if you want to talk about anything other than Thanksgiving, we can do that too. And skip the traffic, Donna. That's right. Mm-hmm. You go to bed early? Thank you for the happy Thanksgiving, and thank you to you as well, everyone. All right, so we'll see you then. I hope so. I shall never partake in Black Friday. Be careful in New York City. Yeah, shopping on Black Friday was never anything that was a part of the tradition of my family. Good night, Lisa. Lisa, I got to get up there. I got all that stuff for you. I haven't forgotten you. How's Jeff? Oh, some more mince pies. KP, I like a little piggy pig. On the way home, on the drive home, I ate every one of those mince pies. I couldn't stop. I think there were like 8 or 12 of them. Every one of those mince pies. I ate them. They were only that big, but still. And they were good. So thank you for that. Thank you, Lori. Good night, Floyd. Floyd, you won something tonight, didn't you? Did you? I don't think you emailed me, did you? Did you win something? I thought you did. Maybe you didn't. My eyes have seen the glory. No, I guess you didn't, Floyd. I thought that you did. I know you were new to us tonight. It was good to have you. And I hope you'll come again. Okay. No, well, listen, come again, okay? I hope that you will. Good night, Robin. No, does she? What? Oh, Judy, I don't have. That is kind of you. Randy, I know. I'm excited about it. I can't believe in all this time I haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors. I've never seen it. I do not. This is horrible because I don't have a P.O. box. I'm going to get one. And I know I've said that for a year and I haven't done it. I've said it for 2 years and I haven't done it. I have the application. It's upstairs on my desk. I'm going to get one, but I'm not going to publish it. And the reason why, for me, is I don't want it to ever seem like I'm asking for things. And I don't want folks to spend money and send me things. It's not because I feel strange and weird. I don't do this so that people will send me things. And that I'm not trying to say that I don't want or appreciate things that people want to send, but I don't ever want to put a P.O. box out there and say, send me stuff. And then I'm just getting all these packages because I don't need anything. And I don't want anybody spending any money on anything. So and just enjoy watching. And I'm thankful for that, but I guess that's kind of the reason why I have not done that. So I need to do it so that I can sort of privately maybe give it to some folks if they say something about it. But anyway, I don't really want to go on about that. So I appreciate you. Thank you for Thanksgiving evening in the 1930s. I'm not sure if we'll be done. Listen, I am going to. That's it, Karen. I'm just happy that you support me here. That's it. Oh, and what was I going to? So I will start to do a little Christmas decorating down here in the 1930s living room. This is where we might have our Thanksgiving party, but I will have an artificial tree here and I'll have a small live tree upstairs, but I won't do that until after December the 10th. So I think I'm going to I might move that chair and put a tree there. I haven't decided yet. You got your trees up yet? I know people enjoy everyone has different traditions on when they put their when they do their Christmas decorating. So I guess it's different for everybody. Some put it up. I think some people like to do it the day after Thanksgiving. And some of you wait until you wait much longer. Oh, the train set. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I just don't have room. What I really want to do, someone asked me about my father's old Lionel train set. I know I wouldn't be satisfied if I just put a little circle under the tree, because I've got the houses and all the different things. I want to set the whole thing up. My plan in one of the corners of this basement is to have a train, a table and a train, a proper like corner layout, you know, with the table, and I can set the train up and all the scenery and all of that and have it. So I don't know that I'm going to have a chance this early. However, I need to send the miniature snake plant. Oh, okay. I mean, the basement only has 4 corners. One corner is the 1930s living room. The other corner is the staircase to the kitchen and the door that exits to the outside. The other 2 corners are a little tricky because one has the electrical box and the sewage stack and whatnot. I guess I could use that other corner way back there. I don't know. If I get the attic. Oh, your tree went up. Yeah, Cat Law says a friend of mine's mother did it all on Christmas Eve, the whole house. That was the tradition at my father's house. He would go to bed as a boy, no decorations, and his parents would put up the tree and decorate the tree, and nothing would appear until Christmas Day. We can't. That's like so foreign to us today. But there was no. He used to talk about the Christmas tree going up in the night on Christmas Eve, and then it would be decorated. Her name was Irene. That's a good name, Irene. There are certain traditions where the tree doesn't get put up until Christmas Eve. Didn't mean. No, Judy, not at all. Not at all. No. Not a problem. Today, people are too quick to take it down. You know what annoys me? The 12 days of Christmas. And when does the Christmas music stop on the radio? The next day. It's like the day after Christmas, it's done because nobody's spending any money. It's all commercial. We need to keep it going through well, not through Epiphany, but through is it Epiphany? Yes. It always bothered me when you have all this blah, blah, and then like the day after Christmas is over, I'm still listening. I'm the type, I don't turn the Christmas music on the day after Halloween, but I'm still listening to Christmas music into January. First, second week into January, That's just me, but I do not want to hear Mariah Carey this year. I'm going to tell you something funny. another time because it's getting late. I don't either. Yeah, I'll talk about. Let's talk about Christmas. Maybe we can talk about that on Thanksgiving. Let's do that. Let's talk about. Well, we can talk about different things on Thanksgiving evening. But Ed Ames, what a lovely voice! I had Ed Ames on. Ed Ames came on one of my little stations or whatever I had on the radio, because there's stations up here that play old timey. And I said, what a beautiful voice. Who is that? And it was Ed Ames from the 50s. If you say who, go back and listen to some old Ed Ames. Just a beautiful, stuck to the melody, didn't do all these vocal gymnastics, you know, where they're, and everybody goes, ooh. Who else? Oh, rats. Not Nina Simone. I love Nina Simone. Oh, what was her? Diane Carroll. That's a beautiful voice. Love me some Diane Carroll. Was she the 60s? And you could hear the melody, and her voice was just crystal clear, and before auto-tune, yeah. And all the, I call it vocal gymnastics. No, when I want to hear "Oh Holy Night," I want to hear "Oh Holy Night." I don't want to hear, you know, all these, you know. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. Do you remember? Was it Diane Carroll or Diana Carroll? Was it Diane Carroll? How many of you had? Oh gosh, I think we got them at the A&P. Or was it Firestone? No, I think they came from the A&P. You know what I'm talking about. It was a whole series of record albums. There must have been 12 of them. I can see them now. And the little faces in circles, all Richard Tucker, Diane Carroll. Oh, was it Firestone? Yes. Why am I thinking the A&P? That's right, Mama T. Hey, Mama T, I've got your picture frame. It's sitting right over there. And I've got your email. I'm going to send you, I don't know how I missed you, but I've got your picture frame. It's yours. I don't even think I sent you an invoice for it because somehow I couldn't find you, but that's you, isn't it? All right. I've got your picture frame. Now, where was I? Those Firestone, yeah. Maurice Chevalier was on there, and Diane Carroll, and Nat King Cole. Richard Tucker, Stephen Eady. Different ones. Remember that? And those big old console floor stereo things that records would go on. Anyway, I'd like to collect all of those. You've got the whole set. How many are in that set? But it was Christmas music that didn't. Oh, there's one that comes on the radio, and I run over to turn it off. It's oh my gosh. All I Want All I want for Christmas is you. It makes me nervous. If I have to listen to the whole thing, I'm like, I can't remember. And I know that the person has a lovely voice, but it's just, oh, is it all I want for Christmas is you? I don't even know who sings it, but it's just, it comes on and it's just, oh. Maybe it's just not my, to each his or her cup of tea. But if the Christmas music makes me nervous, huh? Oh, I like Wham. I don't know who it is, but just give me the Montavani strings, 101 strings. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. All right. That's enough. Oh my gosh. What? Virginia, you don't have to buy anything. This is what I'm telling you. You don't have to buy anything. This is fun just doing this. Oh, the Muppets Christmas. Do not spend, listen, some of us have a little bit of discretionary income and you buy a candlestick and it makes you happy. I don't want people. That's why I don't publish an address. I don't want people spending money and sending things because I don't need anything. My mother gets mad at me. Where's your Christmas list? I don't need anything. I don't need anything. So I don't like, I got enough stuff around here to dust. All right. Good night, Jeffrey. Go put on your Firestone albums. Maybe we'll play Name That Tune. That would be fun. I don't have a piano in here, but I've got my electric keyboard. We could do Name That Tune Thursday night. You want to do Christmas songs? What? Oh, now my eyes are. All right. Good night, Jeffrey. I still can't see. No, KP, I don't need any slacks. You going way back. What? You say the same thing to everybody. I don't need anything. Yes, K-Tel Records. I do remember K-Tel Records. Wow. And there was something that you could buy and it would clean the fuzz. Did any of you buy that hideous plastic thing? You'd have an album with a spindle hole in the middle. And I think you stuck it in there, and this like bristle brush would go around and supposed to sweep all the dirt out of your what was that thing? I know one of you had it. Randy had it. Who else had it? That was Kate. That was put out by gosh. And somebody in my family had that thing. It was a plastic thing. What? Okay, Mama T-Bird, I got you. I know, random. Remember that thing? It was I think one of my not one. If one of my grandmothers had it, I knew which grandmother it was. it was a plastic gun thing, and it would staple rivets to your jeans, and you could make designs. You remember that? Now that's, what was that thing called? I can see it. It looked like a staple gun, and these little grommets, these little rivets. I don't remember it called the Bedazzler. Was it called the Bedazzler? They were silver. They weren't like jewels. They were like little, like upholstery tacks, like on a chair. You could put upholstery tacks into your jeans and make designs. That was called the Bedazzler. Ronco. Yes, the Ronco cleaning brush. That's it. Not in the 70s. It wasn't called. See, I don't remember it called the Bedazzler in the 70s either. I've heard of the Bedazzler, but was it called that in the 70s? Well, I don't know. Maybe it was. It's time to say goodnight. And so that's exactly what I shall do. Good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here tonight. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday night. Maybe I'll take you to the Thanksgiving parade across the river in Philadelphia on Thursday morning. We'll have to see about that. And that's all for now. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you. All right, everyone, so long. We'll see you. And remember, pull the giblets out of that bird before you cook it. You know, they're stuffed at one end and the neck is stuffed in another end. Get that out of there before you cook it. That's what you're supposed to do. Good night, everyone. Toodles.